There are a lot of things that this iPad does really well. The iPad mini, it is the best iPad for a student. Granted, it's a bit more pricey than the 10th gen, but what it does justifies it. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. USB Type-C. Like, this thing does it all. Type-C port allows you to do so much with this thing. You can connect it up to a projector to do your presentations. You can connect it up to USB sticks to share files and documents. You can pair up with a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse to do actual work. You can even pair this thing to a monitor. And that's what makes this so great for a student, because it does everything. Pair with an Apple Pencil and you have the perfect note-taking device. You can annotate, you can draw, you can do all your maths notes on this thing. And you can take it around with you. Even fits in a pocket. Do I recommend it? No. Carrying this around makes things so much easier than carrying a laptop around. Now granted, I know what you're going to say, not everyone can use an iPad, and you're right, not everyone can use an iPad, but whoever can, this is a great option, because the idea of just carrying this thing around, just fingerprint on the scanner and unlock. That easy. And that's what kind of makes it easy to justify for a student. Now, a lot of iPads can do this, but the size is what does it. I mean, you can walk into a lecture if you're not tied to a computer. You can connect this thing up to a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse and a monitor at home and just do all your work in Office or Word or whatever you do. You can hold this thing up with the Apple Pencil and you can take notes and annotate. There's great apps like Procreate if you're an art student. There's apps like LumaFusion, DaVinci Resolve if you're filmmaking or doing photography. There is Photoshop on the iPad, not great, but it is there on the iPad. So if you want Photoshop on the iPad, you can do it. You can do a lot of things on this iPad that you previously needed a laptop for. Now, I know what you're going to say, iPad Pro's better, it has better specs. This is still fine. And for content consumption, this is the perfect device just to have in your hand. You don't need a Pro Max sized phone. All you need is this thing. It's great for gaming. You can take this thing on the go. You can hold it. Like, I'm one palming this thing. It's great. It's not bulky. It has the design of the newer iPads with the flat edges, which are supposedly going away in the next generation of iPad Pro in a couple of months. But like, you won't feel out of place with this iPad. Yeah, it doesn't have all the fancy features of Face ID, but you don't need that if you're just working on an iPad mini for college. And it can fit in a rucksack, you won't know it's there. Pair this thing with a folio case to prop it up. If you have a MacBook at home, you don't want to bring your MacBook into college anymore. If you know you're not going to need a computer, or if you have access to a computer in the college, you might not even need a computer anymore. In your rucksack, you might be able to just carry around this iPad. And when it comes time to go home, you can set up this thing in sidecar or continuity, and you can use that as an external monitor. Or you can just prop it up and watch videos while you're working away on this thing. It is so versatile, you won't even realize how many use cases you have for this thing until you just try it. Like, I was a big believer in, get the budget iPad, get the cheaper one. And yeah, that'll do the job. But when you have something so compact, granted it shouldn't be as expensive because it's smaller, but the specs are better. Get this thing on sale if you can. There's plenty of sales going on for this thing. And you have a great device. You do. You have a device that really you cannot go wrong with. And that's really why I like it. You can use apps like GoodNotes or Notability if you really want to, although the Apple Notes app lets you integrate all your devices. So when I go to take maths notes, for example, you can have them automatically synced in iCloud, and you can open them on your MacBook, or you can continuously share on your MacBook, add a touchscreen to your MacBook with the Apple Pencil, just tap, tap, tap away. That's what's great about this. And pretty much every iPad mini. Modern iPads have a lot of these features, and I think a modern iPad is good enough. If you really want the Magic Keyboard, which, granted, for a student, if this is your replacement to your laptop, a Magic Keyboard might be nice. The M1 chip, by the way, is completely unnecessary, but an iPad Air 4 or 5, more than does enough. Or even the iPad 10 Gen if you're okay with just getting a cheaper keyboard, mouse, combo, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's worth it. For students especially. If you want to see a follow-up video or a few more videos around this thing, let me know how I use it, that kind of thing. Thanks very much for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Do you use an iPad mini? All down more, comment section below. Connor, I'll catch you next time.